Birthday's so pretty. Ah, that one went into water. Hey, so I am going to be getting ready with you guys. I'm going out tonight with my husband. Here's the final product, and if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned. Okay, so I am going to do a get ready with me. This is like my first like official get ready with me, I guess. The kids are with their Nana and Papa, and yeah, we're gonna have a good time. So I'm gonna put my hair up, and I'll see you in just a second. Okay, hair's up, and first things first is primer. Okay, so I'm using my Magic's Prime Primer, and as you can tell, I'm running out. I need to, well, I actually have some new primer coming soon. It should be here on Tuesday. I am excited to try out that primer, but for right now, I just have to use what I've got on hand. And this primer is awesome, by the way. It has SPF 20 in it. I feel like it does a decent job filling in pores. It's nice and smooth. As you can see, it does a really good job blurring and minimizing. I just like to make sure I get it nice and smoothed in everywhere. Next, I'm gonna do my foundation because I'm gonna do kind of a simple eye look, so I don't feel like I need to do my eyeshadow first. Now, if you're gonna go for more of a glam, like sparkles, glitter, and whatnot, you'll probably want to do your eyeshadow first. That way, if there's any mess, you can just wipe it off with a makeup wipe. Because I'm doing something simple, I'm gonna do everything else first. I'm going to use my ink lasting cushion. It's from Avon with the Face Shop. This is the shade C20 Neutral Medium. It comes like this with the little tray table, and then under is the cushion. And then a nice tip is that if you have this, or I guess any other cushion, really, you can, if you start to notice that you're not getting as much foundation as you would like when you press into it, you can take some tweezers and pull it out, flip it over, and boom, tons more foundation right there at your fingertips. So just a little tip that I have been told. And so there we go. I find that this foundation is very light coverage, like light to medium coverage. It's very, very buildable. And that is something that I like in a foundation because I am not one for super heavy makeup, and I like it for an everyday look. So it's very light coverage. I can use it every day if I felt like it. So that's basically just one coat, one layer. And as you can tell, it's pretty light coverage, and it blends in very well. Like when I first used it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's too orange, like look at that. But it blends out like very nice, in my opinion. So I'm probably gonna have to go in and like spot that with my concealer, because that is not budging. It's what I get for messing with it. I honestly don't know what happens if you leave a pimple alone, because I never leave them alone. I'm so bad. Do you know what happens? Does it just go away? Like, how long does it take to go away? I seriously want to know. But I'm one of those, this is weird, I'm one of those pimple poppers. I like to pop pimples. I know that's gross, but it's something about it is satisfying. I can't be the only one. So that is the light coverage. I'm gonna go over my cheeks because they are very red. I have very rosy cheeks. So I like to go back over my cheeks one more time just to get a little bit more coverage. And actually that is what my primer is that I'm getting. It's a color correcting primer for redness, and I'm hoping it works out for me. That really helped a lot. As you can tell, the redness is hardly there anymore. My cheeks, I have super rosy cheeks. And then I'm just gonna take what is left over on my pad and bring it on my neck a little bit so it blends together. And then just make sure I got everything all blended out and no harsh lines. there you have it. There's the foundation. I love it. Next, I'm gonna do my concealer. This is actually a foundation stick, but I like to use it as concealer and my contour. You can go like 2 shades lighter for a highlighter, or you can go a shade lighter for concealer, and then you can do the foundation shade, and then you can go like a shade or 2 deeper for contour, just depending on what you want. So these are my shades, Marshmallow and Vanilla. As you can see, they're not too different. I don't like to go super dark with my contour, but I do plan on getting a lighter shade for my concealer just to see how that is. Just want to test it out. So eventually I will be getting that as well. But anyway, so with my Marshmallow shade, I'm going to do my concealer. And I'm gonna do under my eye, right there, and kind of like a triangular shape deal. I like to get right there because of my redness from my nose. Okay, so I do there, and then I like to go down the center of my face, basically. So down my nose, a little bit right here, and right here. You can also go like under where you would contour. So I contour like right here, so I'll go right there. Just to help sort of highlight that under area. And then you take your beauty blender. I've got mine wet. I prefer to use it wet. If you don't, that's fine. It's whatever works with you. Makeup is really whatever works for you. I'm just here to kind of help. I seriously need better lighting. Like, I have a light for my phone, but that doesn't really help, like, the lighting for my mirrors. So, like, if you see me doing it in the phone, that's just because it's better lighting. But it is looking good so far. And then I'm going to take the shade Vanilla. I'm going to take the shade Vanilla as my contour. It's a very light contour. Okay. And then kind of like that. You can see, you can barely see it, but maybe I will get a darker one. Maybe I'll get the darker one when I get the lighter concealer. We'll see. All right. I just kind of press in and stamp upwards a little bit. I swear, we make the silliest, goofiest makeup faces. It's so funny. Like, if magic mirrors were a thing, what would they be thinking if our mirrors were magic, you know? Would they be making fun of us for making, like, fishy faces all the time? Or, like, the... I don't know. Just, like, random thoughts that go through my mind. Okay, so there it is, my little tiny contour. Again, I will probably try a darker color soon, just to see how I feel about it. And I've got my Avon True Color bronzing pearl. Let me do this so they don't fall out. But they are so pretty and they smell great. I swirl it around in here and tap off the excess inside just so I don't lose the dust. And I just kind of go along my contour and up here just to kind of give my face sort of like a sun-kissed look to it. This one just has more of like a pearly kind of effect into it. With the same brush, I'm gonna do my my Avon blush of Hope. It's this really pretty pink pearly color. I'm gonna smile and just kind of do the apples of my cheeks first and then kind of bring it out. Alright, so that is the blush. And then I'm gonna go in with my Avon True Color translucent pressed powder. And I'm going to just set my under eyes. And before you do that, you want to just make sure that your concealer didn't like crack at all or crease, so that when you set it, it sets nice. And then if you're gonna set your eyes, same thing. So I've dropped this thing like 2 times already. I need some kind of like beauty blender holder, like just a little dish or something for it to go into so it doesn't roll off of my counter. I have a small counter that I'm working with. My hope is to get like a space where I have my just like a vanity. I would love a vanity to work with, but that is sometime in the future. I'm working on it. But anyway, so I'm going to take more of the vanilla because I forgot to get that little guy. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit to kind of hide that one and that one too. And take my beauty blender, kind of blend it in a little bit. That helped a lot, I swear. That helped a lot. Okay. And then the other thing I did forget to do is usually you would want to take your beauty blender just to kind of smooth any rough edges of the blush or the bronzer, whatever you're using. And so hopefully I'm done with that. I'm gonna go back in with this pressed powder real quick just to finish that out what I messed with. Alrighty. And then the pressed powder is great to take with you for the day, for the night, just for any touch-ups. If you're oily like me, or if your makeup starts to crease, if you've got like major smile lines or whatever your case may be. And then I'm going to take my Avon True Color setting spray and I'm going to set the powder, and then I'm going to go ahead and work on everything else. After it dries for a second, you're going to take your beauty blender and just kind of press it into the skin just to help it set more. Next, I'm gonna do my eyebrows because I don't know why I've gone this long without doing them. But I'm gonna take my Avon Pro brow brush and with the spoolie brush my brows upwards. And then I've got my Avon True Color. It's ripped off, I use it that much. It's the It's the Avon True Color Glimmer Sticks Brow Definer in the shade Tawny. Okay, so eyebrows are done. And just one thing that I want to mention is that eyebrows are not twins. They are not sisters. They are cousins. So if they look different, don't worry about it. It's supposed to be like that because it's like impossible to get them to look identical. I've learned that because like mine are definitely not. They are not twins, that is for sure. Next, I'm going to take my So Gorgeous palette from Avon. It's mostly neutral colors. And that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going to go for like a brown neutral look tonight. I'm going to start off with sort of a blending fluffy brush, and I'm just going to lay the foundation with this tan color right here. This is a great one to start with. Like a transition / setting eyeshadow. Alright, and before I go any further, I'm actually going to take my Scotch tape and I'm going to tape my eyes so that I get more of a precise line. So So I've got my tape on and I'm gonna continue. And I'm gonna take the darker brown right here, and that is gonna be my crease shade. And with my hooded eyes, I like to just kind of look straight so that I get part of my hood so it just shows up. Otherwise, if I just go on my crease, you won't see it. So I like to start that line. Okay, and then next I'm going to take the same shade and I'm just going to focus it on the inner crease. Alright, so next I'm going to take this dark brown right there just to go on the outer corners to give a little bit of depth. And always make sure you knock off that excess, otherwise you're going to get a bunch and not know what to do with yourself. So I just kind of like press it in right here in my crease in the corner, and then you can kind of bring it upwards to do kind of an a winged effect. Make it darker. Okay, and then you want to go back in with your blending brush and just kind of blend lightly just to smooth out any harsh lines. Okay, I am loving this. All right, so next I'm gonna take this shimmery brown right here and go kind of on the and go on the middle of my eye, and I'm just gonna use my fingertip to do that. Rub it, get some of that on my fingertip, and just tap it on. Gorgeous. I'm just gonna take a little bit more and just make it a little bit fuller. I'm gonna take this lighter shade right here and I'm gonna go on the inside of my eye. So that's what that looks like. Ooh. Not sure if that's what I wanted to do, actually. I'm going to take a tissue and kind of see if I can take that off a little bit. That's not exactly what I wanted to do. So I'm actually going to take a brush on the other side and use that same color just to kind of match the other side. I'm gonna go in with the same shimmery brown that I used the first time, and I'm just gonna bring it to the corner on top. So makeup is very much trial and error, and seeing what you like, what you don't like, what works and what doesn't work, and that's what I love about it. I'm gonna take off my tape, and there is eyes after the tape. You can go back in with the beauty blender and just kind of even it out a little bit if you feel like the tape may have taken off anything. So now we want to finish the bottom lashes, and we are going to use more of a pointier brush for that. We're gonna start with this darker brown and go on the outside. Alrighty, and then we're gonna take this darker brown and go on the outside. It's the lighter of the browns, and I ended up going all the way under. So with this darker brown right here, I'm just gonna go on that corner. And then I'm going to take that lighter shade that I accidentally used the first time, and I'm going to go in on the corners of my eyes right here just to brighten that up. that is that. I'm going to curl my lashes and do my mascara. Okay, so I'm going to do my Avon True Color Love at First Lash Mascara. It's the best. I love it. Alright, so there is the mascara. Loving it. I'm actually going to put a little bit of this Avon True Color Glimmer Sticks eyeliner on my bottom lash. Just halfway. Oh, I had an eyelash on my eye. Cool. Let's finish with a little bit of gloss. This is the Avon True Color Lip Glow Lip Gloss. And I'm just gonna take just the tiniest bit because this stuff is very tinted. It's like a liquid lip almost. So I just take the tiniest bit and can get it in there. So there you have it. It's very pink, a little bit more pink than I would typically like, but it's what I ordered, it's what I got, and it's not too bad. I actually like it. And actually the last thing I'm gonna do is pop on a little bit of this light color right here to go under my eyebrows to highlight that a little bit. Alright, and then I'm going to set my face and I'm done. Okay, so I just realized that I forgot to say goodbye in my video before I finished getting myself ready. So here's that. If you are here watching this part, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, come back for more. I hope you guys have a great day or night or whatever time it is when you're watching this. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me. Bye.